available to you. Ours is to give that stern warning. And should it persist, then we will, at an appropriate time, ask that member, if they're in this house, to withdraw from the precincts of Parliament, because that particular behavior cannot be tolerated while these proceedings are ongoing. Senator for Nairobi City County.
Speaker, at the very minimum, because according to the rules, everybody who is in the gallery sits there at the pleasure of the Speaker. And if it is possible for the team from the County Assembly to point out to the Sergeant-at-Arms who that person is, I think it would be proper, because of the disrespect that has been shown to the process, that that person be removed from the precincts of Parliament. I want the team from the County Assembly to know that it is very difficult, as the Speaker has said, to control what people say on social media. Yesterday, some of the witnesses asked to take photos with me outside there, Honorable Speaker. And I've seen posts from Kericho saying that a bevy of young women has been deployed to confuse me. No, it is a bad thing because, Honorable Speaker, I personally consider myself public property, so that if somebody asks to take a photo with me, I cannot say no. But then they are going to insinuate that these young ladies were somehow deployed as a force to cause confusion, so that when we vote, we might not vote on the issues. But Speaker, this specific person, if can be identified by the Council for the Assembly, I think it would only be fair and proper that for this particular case they be ejected from the precincts of Parliament. I thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Honourable Sifuna, I thank you for your piece of wisdom. But you see, the biggest problem will be the identification using that post. If I had the Council for the County Assembly well, is that that post is traceable to somebody known to the governor. So it is a process, because the name given in that post, if I understood it correctly, it is not the official name that that particular person uses. So you need then the very same people to, the IT people, to get that pseudo account, because it's using a different name, different from the person who is allegedly seated with us. So for us to be convinced that particular post and that name actually refers to the same and one person as the one seated here, it's another process. And that's why I'm saying it is very difficult for us. And the only thing we can do is to issue that stern warning. Assuming that pseudonym refers to the person you are referring to, then may that person be warned that we cannot tolerate that kind of behavior in the Senate. We may now proceed. We have concluded the case for the County Assembly. We will now move to hear the case for the Governor. Now, Governor, you have 5 hours to prosecute your case. Those hours are distributed as follows. 3 hours will be reserved for the Governor and his witnesses, and 2 hours will be allocated to the team from the County Assembly for purposes of cross-examination. The time taken by the senators for seeking clarification and questions, that is not part of the 5 hours that we have just apportioned between the 2 teams. Now, honorable senators, the Senate will rise at exactly midnight tonight. So we hope to conclude the case of the Governor before we rise at midnight. And then we shall resume tomorrow for purposes of deliberating and voting. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, I thought these proceedings were gazetted for 3 days. What's the point of us sitting here until midnight? If we have
Because
tomorrow-
the second day ends at midnight.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to beseech you, because we only have 5 hours for the governor's case or response, and then I think a couple of hours for the other party and also the governor to be able to conclude the matter. For us to rise at 6:30, it's only healthy. And then we come back tomorrow when we